When a commercial property starts creating financial pressure, most owners wait too long to make a plan. Maybe vacancy is rising. Maybe loan payments are getting harder. Maybe maintenance costs are piling up. Or maybe the owner is simply tired of carrying a property that is no longer performing. The problem is, the longer you wait, the fewer options you usually have. In this video, we will walk through what commercial property owners should understand about distressed property sales, how to protect value, and why the best strategy usually starts before the situation becomes urgent. First, what is a distressed property sale? A distressed sale usually happens when the owner is under pressure to sell because of financial, operational, legal, or market-related problems. Examples include missed loan payments, high vacancy, declining rental income, deferred maintenance, tax issues, partnership disputes, foreclosure pressure, tenant problems, major repairs the owner cannot afford, or a property that no longer supports the owner's business goals. A distressed sale does not always mean the property is bad. It means the owner is under pressure. And when buyers sense pressure, they often use that pressure to negotiate a lower price. Timing matters because waiting until the last minute usually weakens the seller's leverage. The earlier you evaluate your options, the more control you usually have. If you wait until a lender, creditor, partner, or deadline is forcing the decision, the sale becomes harder to manage. Early planning may give you time to improve financial records, stabilize tenants, address obvious property issues, evaluate market value, and choose the right sale strategy. You need a realistic valuation, not wishful thinking, and not panic pricing. Valuation should consider property type, location, condition, income, expenses, tenant quality, comparable sales, cap rate, zoning, and market demand. DAG has guidance on valuation methods including net operating income, cap rate, sales comparisons, and due diligence factors. Buyers will look closely at the property's financial performance. Key items buyers examine include the rent roll, leases, operating expenses, vacancy history, maintenance costs, taxes, insurance, net operating income, debt obligations, and deferred repairs. If the numbers are incomplete or unclear, buyers may assume the worst. Clean financial records can help protect value even when the property is under pressure. Do not ignore deferred maintenance because visible property issues give buyers leverage. Examples of value killers include roof problems, HVAC issues, parking lot damage, water intrusion, code concerns, outdated systems, poor curb appeal, and interior build-out problems. You may not want to invest heavily in a property you plan to sell, but understand which issues are killers and which can be handled through pricing, disclosure, or negotiation. The point is not that every repair must be completed. The point is that the seller should understand how each issue affects value and buyer confidence. Decide whether to sell quietly or publicly based on the situation and the impact of exposure. In some situations, public exposure is helpful because it can attract competitive bids and show market demand. In other situations, a quiet, targeted approach is better to avoid signaling distress and to protect tenant relationships. Work with experienced advisors early, including brokers, accountants, attorneys, and contractors. An early advisory team can help you evaluate creative alternatives like lease restructuring, short-term financing, partial sales, or conditional sales. Practical examples help illustrate these choices so you can see trade-offs and timing implications. If you prepare early, you may be able to stabilize cash flow, improve tenant retention, address critical repairs, and market the property from a position of strength. If you wait until pressure peaks, you may face limited buyer interest, lower offers, or forced sale timelines. DAG Realtors specializes in advising commercial owners across Sarasota and the Gulf Coast on practical strategies to protect value. If you are facing pressure, start by gathering clean financials, documenting repairs, getting a realistic valuation, and assembling an advisory team. Early action usually gives you more options and a better outcome than waiting for a crisis. If you want a confidential conversation about options for your property, contact DAG Realtors for a practical strategic review. Thank you for watching and take action early to protect value and your options.